Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dennis and here's my assistant Bob, who will be helping us with really tough questions. In this video, I'll talk about how to properly write the reference section in your academic paper. Let's go! And as always, I rely on the two excellent academic writing books, first by Milroy 2012 and second by Bailey 2011. So what is a reference section? Basically, the reference section contains all the works that you have used and cited in your main text. So the sources you used should be clearly identified so that anyone can have the chance to check where you got that information from. There are different systems of referencing that we use in academia. For example, the Harvard system or the Chicago style system or the APA system. So no matter what system of referencing you use, the most important thing is that you have to be consistent. So regardless of any system, all the publications should be ordered alphabetically by the author's name, or rather surname. It should be stressed here that you should only reference the works that you used in the text. In other words, you don't put the works that you have just read but not used in your text. There are different kinds of sources. For example, books or articles in proceedings or handbooks or articles in journals. Let's take a look at some of them. First, let's take a look at how we reference a book or a monograph. So first comes the author or authors, if there are two or more authors, then the date when this particular work was published. Then we have the title. Please note that the title comes in italics. And also note that the first letter of each word in the title should be capital, apart from prepositions. Then we have the place of publication and the publisher. Let's take a look at the following example. Garcia, O, we put the initials, that's the first letter of the name, O. Then we have the parenthesis 2009, full stop, and then we have the title in italics. Bilingual education in the 21st century, a global perspective. As you can see, we have the first letter in capital, then Malden, that's the place where it was published, May, and then we have Willie Blackwell, that's the publisher. Another example with two authors. And when we have two authors, we connect the two with and. So Chambers, J.K. and Strudgill, P, full stop. Then we have the date 1998. Then we have the title of the book, Dialectology, in italics, the place, Cambridge, where it was published, and the publisher itself, Cambridge University Press. Now let's take a look at how we reference an article in the book. It's slightly different. So first is the author or authors, then we have the date, then we have the chapter title, but here the chapter title must not be in italics. Then we have in, then we put the editor's names, then we put the book title, and here the book title comes in italics and the first letter of each word is in capital. Then again we have the place of publication, the publisher, and here we put the page numbers of this chapter. For example, we have the work of Cameron Foote. So Foote is the surname, C, full stop, the date of publication. Then we have chapter title, Ethnic Identity and Linguistic Contact. You see it's not in italics, and also all the letters apart from the first one are not capital. Then we have this mysterious magic word in, hickey, R. And then we have the title of the book where this particular chapter was published. So the title of the book is the Handbook of Language Contact. Then we have the place where it was published, Oxford, and the publisher itself, Willie Blackwell, and the pages of this particular chapter. So we indicate this with double P. But let's take a look at another example. Here we have more than one publisher. What happens here? For example, Fagin C 2002, Entering the Community, Fieldwork is the chapter title. And then we have In, J.K. Chambers, P. Trudgill, and Schilling Estates. And here, when we have more than one editor, we, instead of ed, editor, we put s, meaning editors, that is for plural, full stop. And then we continue as usual with the title of the book, the place of publication, and the publisher, and the pages. Now let's take a look at articles in journals. This is one of the most frequently used sources in academia. So again, we have author or authors, then we have the date of the publication, then we have the article title, and here it comes as in the book chapter, so basically not in italics, but what comes in italics is the journal title. And then we have the volume number of the journal and page numbers. For example, Karan, M, full stop, 2011. The article title is Understanding and Forecasting Ethnolinguistic Vitality, full stop. Then we have the journal title, which is Journal of Multilingual and Multicultural Development, then we have the volume and the page numbers. Please note that we don't indicate anywhere place of publication and the publisher. So why is it important to include citations and references in your academic paper? We'll talk about citations, in-text citations in the next video, don't miss it. So including citations in the text and references in your research project or in your research paper is a very important component of any research process. And the question is why? And here we need assistance from our expert Bob. Bob, why? Okay, so according to Bob, in this way you're showing readers that you were able to find valuable, high quality information from other sources. Likewise, you place them into your project where it is appropriate, and at the same time you acknowledge the original authors and their work. Okay, finally, I've prepared a surprise, rather light torture for you. So try to put in order the following sources and also write what type of sources they are. Is it a journal article? Is it a book? Is it a monograph? And so on. First, Oxford, Sociolinguistics, Method and Interpretation, Blackwell, 2003, Milroy, and Gordon. Second, we have the pages, Macmillan, the Greeks in Russia, the Greek Diaspora in the 20th century, Oxford, date, Karpozilos in our Clogg ed. And third, Pope J, Meyerhoff and Ladd, language, then we have the volume, 40 years of language change on Martha's Vineyard, and we have the pages and the year of publication. Okay, think about it and write the right order in the comments and I will check that. I'm looking forward to receiving your answers. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.